So I'm gonna get right into it because hopefully I already filmed a good intro, and if I didn't, just read the title. For some reason, this has actually been the most controversial topic on my channel, is when I talk about the downfalls, the negative aspects of perfume collecting. That's what I have noticed triggers people the most from the topics that I discuss. But it seems like people are not comfortable with the fact that I have a little bit of guilt, a little bit of shame for having those perfumes. And it has nothing to do with perfume collecting. Obviously, those are my own personal issues, but I cannot be the only perfume collector that experiences some of these things, and that's why I like to talk about it. I came from collecting other things. Obviously, back in the day, I collected makeup. There was a time when I collected purses. There was a time when I collected shoes. It's gone to a bunch of different things that I've been obsessed with, and they're all things obviously that I've always liked. There was just like a hyper focus on them temporarily, but I still continue to have purses. I still continue to have shoes and buy shoes and makeup and things like that, you know. Obviously, I still really love makeup. Actually, this shirt doesn't really go with the look I'm going for. I might need to change that. Hold up. This is a little bit more similar to what I'm trying to do with the eyes, so hopefully this goes a little bit better. This is a men's shirt that I took from my uncle. Well, he said I could have it because it was a little big on him. It's a beautiful shirt. I like it. I think it's linen, which is why I wanted it. I love linen. Linen has all the good vibes, literally. Look it up. I sound so pretentious, huh? I'm sorry. It's totally not on purpose. It's the monotone in my voice. My face is a bunch of different shades, so if you see me putting on a shade that looks way off, just see, like right there, that looks probably way white on camera. It will all blend in and match eventually, maybe. As I was saying, people don't really like that I talk about the downside of having perfume collection, and I think in some ways, you know, maybe they feel called out, or like I'm talking to them and I am shaming them or guilting them, or they're trying to avoid that guilt and shame, or they don't experience it whatsoever. And it's honestly great. It's honestly great that that's their experience. That's not my experience, so I can only talk about my own experience, and hopefully other people relate, and if they don't, then they don't. But I guess they shouldn't shame me or criticize me for having my opinion either, right? Because I am entitled to my own experience, which I'm only here on this channel sharing my experience. I cannot share your experience with you, especially as a commenter. As a commenter, how do you say that? Like someone who comments my channel. I don't know you, so I don't know what your experience is, and my experience may not speak to that, what that is. If we were in person having a conversation, it would be totally different. I wouldn't bring up some random thing that might bother you. However, you are here watching my channel, and as much as it's a parasocial relationship and there is some back and forth and feedback, you know me way more than I know you. So everyone won't relate to me, you know, that's watching me. But if you do, you probably stick around, you know? But I can't relate to you because I don't know you. So I cannot tiptoe around your feelings or emotions because I don't know you and I don't know your side. However, if I did go to your channel and I got to know you, I wouldn't just tell you, you're wrong for doing that. That's bad. You shouldn't have done that. You messed up. I would understand that that's your perspective and your reality and your life and your experience, and that you're entitled to that, and I would respect that because I am there for you to share your experience because I'm the one who's watching your video, right? And if you're watching my video, I don't know. I guess it's okay to disagree with me though. At the end of the day, it's totally fine. The last negative comment that I got about that, somebody said something along the lines, I don't know for sure, I might post the comment. They said, you really shouldn't be feeling all this guilt and shame about your perfumes. It's not good for your perfume channel. Maybe they didn't even mean that in a bad way. They were just saying like, girl, you're here talking about perfume and talking about feeling guilty for having so much perfume. Like, what are you doing? But like I said, from my perspective, I like to be real. And the reality is that it's not all rainbows and butterflies, and I'm not gonna pretend like it is. I don't wanna advocate for something. I don't wanna pretend, you know? And you know what? Jackie from Jack's Beautiful You was talking about something similar recently, and I totally agree. When it comes to people's perfume taste, I would literally post a timestamp. I will literally post a timestamp when I start talking about the negative aspects of having a perfume collection. However, the things that I'm discussing are also some of the negative aspects of having a large perfume collection and a YouTube channel. So the thing is, look, people really want YouTubers and influencers. I don't identify as an influencer, okay? But people really want YouTubers to be honest. And in fact, obviously, we're all upset when we are played, when we're lied, when people just tell us what we want to hear to sell something. Obviously, we all have a problem with being lied to sell a product. I don't think any of us are okay with that. When YouTubers lie about the quality or even how much they enjoy something, especially because when it comes to fragrance taste, a lot of times we find on YouTube somebody who has a very similar taste and fragrance likes to us, so that way we can know what we can buy. So as I was saying, you know, we follow channels who have similar taste to us, and we kind of start to trust their taste and know that if they like something new that we maybe haven't smelled, there's a big chance we're gonna like it. And if we're in the market for something like that, we're gonna be likely to get it because we trust their taste, because we have similar taste to them. So obviously when influencers or YouTubers lie, they're playing us, you know? So I can see why people would be upset. However, if you dislike something and you share that on the internet, people are also going to be upset. So Jackie was talking about how we should just allow for people to be honest instead of making them feel bad because they don't like a fragrance, or because it may be a fragrance that you love, and if we don't like it, we should all be allowed to just express our true taste. Because again, the opposite to that, if we don't do that, then if we don't ever talk negatively about any perfumes, I think that's also a disservice to the people that we're sharing perfume stuff with, you know? It's like a lose-lose, you know? You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't type of scenario, unfortunately. But for me, I'd rather be honest about what I dislike. So anyways, my point is, you guys want honesty, then make room for honesty and make room for different opinions, you know? I can't imagine being super offended about somebody not liking a perfume that you like. Like, I don't get it. One of my top perfumes of all time is Coco Mademoiselle, but I also know that perfume is very polarizing. Or something like Mugler Angel, I freaking love that. And it's extremely polarizing, and so many people despise it. But it doesn't matter to me. I feel like that's more for me. The less people wear it, the better, because then it'll be more unique to me, you know, especially people around me or things like that. Like, I want to have my own thing. I don't want to blend in with the crowd. It's really easy though to get caught up, because sometimes you buy a perfume and you don't like it, but you're like, what's wrong with me? Why don't I like this? Everybody likes this. But that's what's really great about perfume, is that we don't all smell the same, and I love that. So if you don't like something I like, that's fine. Leave more for me. Because you know how crazy prices get when something gets discontinued or when something's really popular. It just makes it more expensive. So I'm good with people not liking the same things I like. So let's begin our discussion about the downfalls of having too much perfume. And I'll go first because I'm the only one talking. But you guys can also tell me in the comments what are some of the downfalls. Because like I said, it's not all rainbows and butterflies, and let's be honest, especially with people that have less perfume, or let's just be honest, okay? So there is downfalls. There is a lot of amazing things. I love perfume. You guys know this. I have a whole perfume channel because I love perfume so much. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed. Literally, I'm obsessed. So the negative aspects of having a large perfume collection, though, Number one that I can think of right off the bat is they're gonna go bad eventually. You cannot hold on to the perfume forever, and you really have to at some point make the decision if you're willing, if you're going to be okay keeping those perfumes until they potentially go bad. It's a perishable item. That's just a fact of life. There's nothing, I mean, there is things you can do to prolong the life of your perfumes, but eventually and inevitably they will go bad. All perfumes have an expiration date, not on the bottle or anything, but all perfumes have an expiration date, and we don't always know that exact date. Like, there is a day that they will just not be any good anymore, and it could literally be 5 years, it could be 6 months, it could be 20 years, especially like the older vintage formulations. But we don't know the exact day, so you do have to make a choice, like a conscious choice, that I will have these perfumes and they eventually might go bad. So that kind of sucks, and that's obviously one of my biggest fears. So that's kind of one of the main reasons why I'm trying to declutter my collection. But honestly, I have a lot of reasons. I have a good 5 reasons of why I have to declutter a big chunk of my collection, and that's one of them, is that I don't actually want them to sit there and go bad on me. The number 2 thing, the sheer amount of perfume creates a lot of decision fatigue. Decision fatigue is a real thing, you know. Just really having to take the time to think of the perfect fragrance for the outfit, for the event, for the day, for the mood, for the weather, for the season. It's like this whole mental gymnastics, you know, like, oh, okay, I have a wedding to go to, but the wedding is in the spring, so that narrows it down. Okay, the wedding is outdoors or indoors. Okay, are you gonna wear a bright color or a dark color? Because, you know, that's a different smell with light colors and dark colors. Do you guys do that? Are you going for a feminine look, or are you going for an edgier, darker look? That matters. All of these things matter to me in the perfume decision making. So it takes a lot, and obviously because you have so many choices, for some reason, I personally feel like I have to choose the right one. It has to be the perfect one. And obviously that's not true, but that's just what I tell myself, because I have so many perfumes. How could I not wear the right one? And one thing that I noticed is that I gravitate towards the same things, so then it doesn't make sense to have all the perfumes, right? To have as many as I do. I have like my go-to safe choices. All right, so it's the decision fatigue, the mental gymnastics that it takes to find the perfect fragrance for the particular event or category. Obviously, the more choices you have, the longer it's going to take you to hone down to make a choice, you know? The more difficult the choice becomes, because we have so many options. One of the other downfalls to having a large perfume collection is actually the storage of them, the storing of them, for the space, the organization, and also to store them safely, so that way they don't go bad, you know? So they have to be stored in a certain area. And as far as for me, I can't also store them where I sleep, in the same room where I sleep, because I have a sensitive nose, so I can't be smelling all of that as I'm trying to sleep, you know? It would be too overpowering, and so I can't have them in the room where I sleep. So there's just like this shuffling of things you have to do, or you might not have enough space to be able to put them in a separate room, but then they also have to be accessible for when you're getting ready, so that way they can be added to a step in your routine, you know? Like I have my like monthly basket in a bathroom really close to the front door, like the closest bathroom to the front door, so that I can go in there and spray them right as I'm heading out, so my entire house doesn't keep my smell of my perfume, just the entrance does, you know? So that's something that can be a downfall, especially if you don't have enough room, or if you don't just have enough space to store all of these safely. So that could definitely be a downfall. I've moved my perfumes like 3 times, I think, already. Yeah, I used to have them in a bathroom downstairs, all of them, and that's not a bathroom that has a shower. And then I moved them all upstairs to a linen closet, and they were really beautiful in there, but they were upstairs, and when I was downstairs, sometimes I needed perfume, I'd have to run upstairs. So there's a lot of logistics that go into figuring out the best place to put your perfumes, or space, you know? So that's another downfall, is finding the right organization, is having to just do that effort, put that effort into finding the right organization and space. And sometimes, like I said, our space is too limited, so that can be an issue or a downfall. So another issue that I definitely think people are going to have an issue with, people are going to have an issue with me having an issue with this, is the burnout that comes from constantly seeking it out. You know, you're constantly seeking new perfume, you're constantly looking for the next thing to buy, and then the vast amount of perfumes that you have just leads to this like burnout in a sense, because you have so much, but yet there's so much that you still want, because new things are coming out and you're discovering new things, and also your taste is ever evolving, which is another one we're going to get into. But for that reason, it's just this ongoing thing. It's just this ongoing thing that can sometimes lead to burnout. You're just like, okay, like there's so much coming out that the obsession can just make you feel a little bit burnt out. Which leads me to my other topic. Like I said, as crazy as it is, because you're smelling new perfumes, because your taste is ever evolving. So the downside of having a large collection is that eventually you might stop liking a lot of them and your money will be wasted because of that, which we'll get into the money one next. But your taste is ever evolving. The more perfume you test, and I don't mean just test by smelling it, I mean wearing it, like giving something a full day wear or even a season. One way that I've really noticed that is any perfume that I remember fondly. I'll remember a perfume and I'm like, oh, this used to smell really pretty. I should bring it back to my collection because I used to like it, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I bring it back and I'm like, as pretty as it was at the time, it's not pretty with my current taste. It doesn't fit my current taste. So some of those perfumes that you bring in for the nostalgia, your taste have evolved so much from those perfumes that they're not even good anymore. You're like, I can't even believe I wore that. So that's a really big jump, but that's what happens slowly but surely throughout your perfume collecting and wearing times. So something that was my favorite a year ago, I could be not really like feel indifferent about now, or even dislike it now. That's happened to me. Something that I was obsessed with 2-3 years ago might be like ill now. So the ever-evolving taste. And because I have so many perfume, when I was obsessed with it 2 years ago, I didn't even make a big dent in the bottle. I only wore it, 9, 10 times, maybe 15, 20 times when I was obsessed with it, when it smelled amazing, because I had so much variety. So you're not wearing what you love at the moment, because you have so much that you don't wear it. So that's one thing that would be nice about having a small collection, is that you'll probably finish something up, or at least for the most part finish it up and get your money's worth while you still love the item. The fact that you can't do that is one of the downfalls of having a huge perfume collection. Another downfall is the guilt. Let's just talk about it. I'm not gonna dwell on it too much today, okay? But sometimes it's the guilt that all that money that you spent could have been put to something else, but also it's all good because you deserve to have a hobby, you deserve to have something, but I'm just saying sometimes it can feel a little bit like you have all that money sitting there that could potentially go bad. But yeah, so for some people can experience some guilt. It's cool if you don't, but yeah, sometimes feel a little bit guilty. Especially if you maybe went into some debt to acquire all the perfume, especially if you went into a bit of an obsession, especially if you didn't make all your choices, like if you didn't make great choices with your perfume collecting, or if you got a little ahead of yourself, then like I said, it comes with some mixed feelings. All right, but the next downfall is the money. This is an expensive ass hobby. This has got to be my most expensive hobby by far, and my most expensive collection of anything. Maybe my shoes are worth a couple $1,000s, like my whole collection of shoes, maybe my bags. Oh, at this point I really went minimalistic on I've gone minimalistic on a lot of things. Bags is one of them, where I buy one bag and I say like, I try to find the bag that I'm going to use for the next year or two. So I let myself splurge a little bit, but it's still not a crazy amount. It's probably the amount of one perfume, actually, like 1 or 2 perfumes, maybe 2 or 3, but that's it. So I just let myself get a nice bag, and I feel like I'm okay with that, you know? For perfumes, there's so many types, and like, I mean, honestly, for bags, if you think about it, yeah, there's like blacks and browns, and there's colorful, but a good black or brown, and even for shoes, or nude, even for shoes, like a good black, brown, or nude shoe is like an essential, you know? But when it comes to perfume, there's so many options. So it gets really, really, really expensive. It just gets so expensive. And then the price of perfume has really, really, really gone up. We're looking at like almost $200 perfumes for these new designer ones, when these used to be like $80, $90. It feels like not that long ago. And then I remember they started to like creep into the 90s, and I'm like, whoa, these perfumes are like getting to like almost $100 for a designer perfume. And now the new, what was it, like the new Donna Born in Roma, the retail price was $156. Oh, that's insane. I think the other one used to be like $120 or something. And then that new other one that came out, the Burberry Goddess, it's like $170 something for a designer new release. When another one of Brit's, like Burberry Brit, another Burberry perfume, like an older one, is only like $30, $40. It's insane. Just because it's a new release. And then also, don't even get me started on those fancy niche brands. I think that they're so overpriced when you're talking $300, $400. But I mean, they're selling a luxurious product. They're selling the look. They're selling the boxing, the packaging. I mean, not the boxing, the packaging. They're selling all this. You're buying a little experience, you know. And it's not, you're not obligated to buy it. But when you're a collector and there's a fragrance that you love and it's really expensive, you're gonna figure out how to, you know, how to try to get it, because I mean, it's perfume and it's your thing, you know. So should I do an icy pink or a pink smoke eye? Smoke eye? Smoky eye. Smoke eye. What the hell is even that? So another aspect, and this might, like I said, this might just be a me thing, but another downfall to having a lot of perfumes is people's judgments. People seem to really not understand perfume collecting. At least not people in my life. I feel a lot of judgment because that's not a common thing. So it's a very uncommon thing to have a large collection. So it's also harder to find people to relate to in real life, you know? I think people are a little bit more understanding of like large beauty and makeup collections, but not perfume. Like, people really don't get it. We're kind of on our own on this, you know, us, the perfume community. Like, we're kind of out here on our own. Maybe this is how it used to be, because when I, you know, got into makeup back in the day, I felt the same way. Like, people did not understand why I would want 5 shades that looked similar and lipstick, but like, because I was into beauty, it mattered to me, you know, to have 5 different nudes, because there was a pinky nude, a peachy nude, you know, a mauve nude. There was all these nudes, but to a regular person, they just look like it's just a light brown. Like, why do you need so many? And I think right now that's where perfume is. People don't really get it. But I do think that it's kind of blowing up. Don't you guys think? I really think it's blowing up. So many mainstream people now are doing it. So many people are like jumping on the bandwagon of perfume and coming out with perfumes and things like that. I mean, celebrities have always been doing it, you know, but more and more people now, I think, are getting into it. But for the most part, I feel like it's not a really common thing. So I feel a little bit of judgment. So yeah, as I was saying, because there's not a lot of perfume collectors, it can feel a little bit lonely in real life, you know? And a little bit judgy. It's judgy out here. So another downfall would be the obsession that comes with it. It never being enough. Nothing ever being enough. No amount is enough when you're obsessed with perfume. And the new releases never stop coming. So it's like, it's always going to be incomplete. And that's the thing, like that's the downfall. It's that your collection is always incomplete. If you were collecting something else, it would feel somewhat complete. And I guess this is similar to the makeup thing. When that was a thing, was just, it's never enough, because there is always something else. There's always this like new indie brand that you didn't know about. There's always something new to discover. There is old perfumes to discover. There's even like vintage ones. I discovered Angel like not even a year ago, and I'm obsessed and in love, and I feel so close to that perfume. Like I've known it my whole life, and yet I never even owned it before. So that's pretty crazy. I don't think I'm very good at this whole getting ready at the same time as I'm talking, because I seriously feel like I stopped talking. I mean, I stopped doing my makeup when I started talking. So that's not how this whole get ready with me is supposed to go.
Mommy.
Yes, my love?
What? It's an animal.
Oh yeah, what animal is that?
It's a squid.
It's an octopus. Oh, is it a squid?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, you're right. Why did I think... Dude, you're smarter than me. I thought this was an octopus, but...
What is this?
I got like a pinky color.
Pink? Pink color?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
Do you want to say hi to my people?
Yeah.
Okay, let me fix your hair. Okay, there, you look beautiful. I love how you take it so seriously. Okay, would you like to say hello?
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, friend. I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, you can say bye if you want.
The little friend glitter?
Yep, some glitter.
You want some glitter?
Yeah, I got some glitter.
I want my glitter.
That's your glitter?
Yeah.
It's makeup. There was glitter in the makeup. I didn't steal your glitter, I promise.
And then my pink makeup. Then my big pink glitter. Then my pink glitter. And it's put a slime.
You wanted the pink glitter for your slime? No, it's not your glitter for your slime. It's just makeup.
I want to put it in slime.
You want to put it in your slime?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to say bye?
Bye. We did.
Okay. See you later.
See you later.
Okay. Alright, go watch your cartoons. Oh, now I added too much purple and it's getting really girly. I think I'm gonna stop before it gets a little... Before I just go too far. Alright, so in this last part, honestly, I kept getting a lot of interruptions from one beautiful little toddler. So I wasn't able to talk much through this eyeshadow. I guess that's it for now. I guess those are all of my downfalls of that I can think of right off the top of my head about having a large collection. I would love to hear what some of your downfalls are. I just forgot a bunch of them. I literally had a list, but I have it on my phone and I can't access my phone because I'm filming on it. But I just did the ones that I remembered off the top of my head. I'll probably end up having a part 2 to the downfalls of having a huge perfume collection, because I know that there's a bunch that I forgot, and if you guys leave me some ones that I don't know about, I will definitely include them in my part 2. But I want to continue talking on this topic because although it's somewhat of a negative topic, it's really the reality. So why not be real? Let's be honest here. It's not all perfect. And those are some of the downfalls. And it's okay, because some of the benefits outweigh those downfalls, and it's all good, you know? Obviously, otherwise you wouldn't keep doing it, you know? It serves some kind of purpose, whether it be to give us a mood boost when we wear perfume, whether it be that it fills our heart with joy to have our collections. You know, there's some benefits to having a huge collection. Like, I can give away perfumes to loved ones sometimes. Honestly, a couple times when I've needed a gift, I just grabbed one that I didn't really like and I kept the box, and then I just gave that as a gift because I wrapped it and then or put it in a little gift basket or something, and I give away fragrances, and they're right there. I have a full stock of them. Anything that I don't like, I can give away, and my family loves it and they love me for it, so that works out. I put my family onto a lot of fragrances. Oh, you know what was another good part about it? Whenever my cousin was getting married, well, my cousin's girlfriend, now wife, she asked me like, what's a perfume to wear? And I felt cool, like, to be the person. I felt cool to be the person that she came to. and I helped her pick out a wedding fragrance. She went with the combination of the Baccarat Rouge DNA, not the original, and Delina Exclusive, both of those together. And I got her a dupe of Delina Exclusive and a dupe of Baccarat Rouge, and I could smell her the entire evening of her wedding. She didn't even have to be close, like she was dancing somewhere around me and I could smell her. When she would walk into the room, you could smell her. She got, what's that Club de Nuit Intense Imperial or something like that, the one that's in a white bottle, that's a dupe for Delina Exclusive. That's the one she wore, mixed with Amber Rouge, the Baccarat Rouge cologne, and that combination was absolutely stunning. She smelled stunning in my opinion, and it was really cool to be part of that, you know, to be trusted with somebody's wedding scent. And she went with the bottles that I purchased for her, so that was really cool. It was a really cool experience. I'm glad she trusted me with that. So like I said, there's definitely a lot of benefits. I'm like the go-to fragrance person, and I'm so down for that. Like, that's so cool. I feel cool to be that. Like, I don't have a good lip color for this because I don't have any pink. I don't know how this ended up being like a pink and purple look, but that's fine. This is the closest thing I can think. No. That doesn't go at all. What color do you wear on your lips with purple? This is peach. No. This looks so crusty dusty, but I guess I'm just gonna have to roll with it. So that's it. I'm off to film another perfume video because this was just my weekly get ready with me. I'm off to film another perfume video now. This is the look. I don't know how to do this. This is the look for today. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Sorry for this video probably being all over the place, but what else is new? Thanks for hanging out with me today. I will see you guys in my next video. Talk to you guys soon. Bye. Don't forget to let me know what you think are the negative aspects of having a huge perfume collection so I can do a part 2.